top celebrity was driving through the snow-covered road when he unexpectedly spotted a disabled fan struggling ahead. The girl's wheelchair had broken down. She was trapped in the freezing cold. Just as she was about to give in to despair, the celebrity Jason pulled over and stepped out of his car. Without hesitation, he walked toward her and gently opened an umbrella over her head. The scene was so unexpected that even passers-by couldn't believe what they were seeing. She had loved Jason for 13 years, but to her, he had always been a distant star, someone she admired from afar as just a passionate fan. Tears welled up in her eyes. Jason noticed how red her hands had become from the cold. Without a word, he handed her his personal hand warmer. That simple act broke something inside her. The girl Lily could no longer hold back her tears. But why was she crying? Pointing at her headband, she told him that years ago, his words were the reason that gave her the strength to keep on living. Jason looked at her in quiet surprise. When he offered to drive her home, Lily's face lit up with a joy she couldn't hide. But just as they were about to leave, her best friend appeared, interrupting the precious moment she had longed for all these years. 13 years ago, Lily had been in a car accident that left her paralyzed from the waist down. Since then, she had fallen into deep despair and tried many times to end her life. But one day, her phone rang. On the other end was a live recording from a reality show. A young star named Jason was performing a public challenge. At that time, he had only debuted 2 months ago. Jason introduced himself, not knowing that Lily didn't even know who he was. As the lucky guest of the show, she was offered a gift, a new pair of sneakers for outdoor use, or a bicycle. But neither gift was of any use to her. The offer struck her heart like a knife. Do you think these gifts matter to someone like me? My only wish is to stand up again. If you can't help me with that, then stop calling people who can't even leave their bed. The studio fell into silence. The show's crew didn't know how to respond. The call was about to end, but before she could hang up, Jason spoke gently. Just being alive like this is already a kind of miracle. The people around you want to say thank you for not giving up. So just for today, try to keep going. Because the weather is nice today. I heard it might rain tomorrow. If it does, wait for the rain to pass. Keep going. One day, you'll realize life isn't so bad after all. Those words planted something in her heart. 3 years passed. Jason became one of Korea's biggest stars, and Lily became his most devoted fan. She lived with her mother, older brother, and her grandmother. For Jason, she had spent over 300,000 won to buy a watch he had once worn. It was her most prized possession. Today was the day of his concert. Before leaving, Lily looked at his photo and whispered, "I love you so much." But because of her condition, she arrived late and the concert had already started. Still, she managed to get in with help from the staff after explaining her disability, and just as she was about to enter, disaster struck. Her ticket fell somewhere on the bus, and without it, they wouldn't let her in. But even that couldn't crush her love for Jason. Unlike others, she chose to stay outside the venue, listening and cheering with all her heart. After the show ended, she made her way to the bus stop, but her electric wheelchair suddenly died. Her body began to freeze in the night air. That's when she broke down in tears. And just then, as if from a dream, Jason appeared before her holding an umbrella. For someone like Lily, who had devoted her soul to her idol, this moment was worth more than any jewel in the world. Every night before sleeping, she would stare at his photo until the corners of her lips lifted in a soft smile. To her, Jason wasn't just a star. He was the reason she was still alive. But one day, everything changed. She woke up to the sudden news that her beloved Jason had taken his own life.